Uttar Pradesh is now the battleground for a mega Nari Shakti face-off. Both the Prime Minister and the Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi are pulling out all the stops to woo the woman vote. While Prime Minister hailed safety of women in Yogi Adityanath's regime, Priyanka called it a forced campaign following her very own, the Congress's Ladki Hoon, Lad Sakti Hoon. Here's more.
पहले बेटों के लिए शादी की उम्र कानूनन 21 साल थी, लेकिन बेटियों के लिए ये उम्र 18 साल की ही थी। बेटियों भी चाहती थी कि उन्हें उनकी पढ़ाई लिखाई के लिए आगे पढ़ने के लिए समय मिले, बराबर अवसर मिले। इसलिए बेटियों के लिए शादी की उम्र को 21 साल करने का प्रयास किया जा रहा है। देश ये फैसला बेटियों के लिए कर रहा है, लेकिन किसको इससे तकलीफ हो रही है, ये सब देख रहे हैं। आज मुझे
Prime Minister Narendra Modi hits out at political rivals opposing his government's proposal to raise minimum marriage age of girls to 21. After showcasing development projects like Expressway and the Kashi Corridor, Prime Minister on Tuesday shifted gears as he reached out to the women voters in Uttar Pradesh. At a public meeting where he transferred 1,000 crore rupees to self-help groups and 20 crores to over 1 lakh beneficiaries, Prime Minister Modi listed achievements of the Yogi Adityanath government in women empowerment. And law and order came first.
5 साल पहले यूपी की सड़कों पर माफिया राज था। यूपी की सत्ता में गुंडों की हनक हुआ करती थी। इसका सबसे बड़ा भुक्तभोगी कौन था? मेरी यूपी की बहन बेटियां थी। उन्हें सड़क पर निकलना मुश्किल हुआ करता था। योगी जी ने इन गुंडों को उनकी सही जगह पहुंचाया है। आज यूपी में सुरक्षा भी है, यूपी में अधिकार भी है। आज यूपी में संभावनाएं भी हैं, आज यूपी में व्यापार भी है।
From Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao to Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana to the Mudra loans, the Prime Minister listed schemes implemented for women one by one.
यूपी में विकास के लिए, महिलाओं के सशक्तिकरण के लिए जो काम हुआ है, वो पूरा देश देख रहा है।
With elections in 5 states fast approaching, women could prove to be crucial deciding factor. One reason why all parties are wooing women. In Uttar Pradesh, the Congress party was the first off the block announcing freebies like electric scooters and smartphones. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra claims it was her campaign that forced the Prime Minister to address women voters.
उत्तर प्रदेश की महिलाओं, मैंने आपसे क्या कहा था? अपनी शक्ति को पहचानो। आज आपकी शक्ति के सामने इस देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी झुक रहे हैं। 5 सालों से क्यों नहीं की ये घोषणाएं? आज क्यों कर रहे हैं? चुनाव से पहले, क्योंकि महिला जागरूक हो गई है, महिला उठ गई है। हमने लड़की हूँ, लड़ सकती हूँ का नारा दिया, महिला उठ गई है, जाग गई है, कह रही है मेरा हक दो।
While political parties vie for women votes, fact remains Prime Minister Modi is among the leaders who have reaped benefits of welfare schemes directed at women. The Prime Minister has not shied away from raising issues specific to women welfare like sanitation, menstrual hygiene or gender disparity, often touching upon these issues in his annual Independence Day speech.
यानी 20 लाख की गई है।
बेटी 10 साल की होती है, 12 साल की होती है, माँ और बाप चौकन्ने रहते, हर बार पूछते हैं कहाँ जा रही हो, कब आओगी, पहुंचने के बाद फोन करना। बेटी को तो सैकड़ों सवाल मां बाप पूछते हैं, लेकिन क्या कभी मां बाप ने अपने बेटे को पूछने की हिम्मत की है?
Women voters, if past experience is anything to go by, are the least likely to be swayed by divisive campaigns based on caste or religion. Over the past few years, women turnout has also increased from 55% in 1967 Lok Sabha elections to 67.2% in 2019. That's all the more reason now for our politicians to woo the woman voter. Bureau Report, India Today.
The women vote has always been a constituency, viewers, which most political parties have pandered to, especially in the recent past. Electoral history stands testimony in the states of recently West Bengal, Bihar, or even the 2019 election that women have voted as a vote bank. Unpredictable, they have bucked the usual benchmarks, electoral benchmarks like caste and religion. So therefore, in Uttar Pradesh, the constituency of women is being eyed and pandered to by all political parties, which prompts us to ask the following questions this evening. Do women hold the key to Uttar Pradesh? The second big question, it was tabled in Parliament today, the bill of child marriage. Is minimum marriage age of being raised to 21, which is what the BJP proposed in a bill today, a poll issue in Uttar Pradesh. BJP formula, Hindutva plus women plus Vikas. And women vote negates the Mandir Mandal politics, which is possibly why parties like the Congress, which don't want to bat on the Hindutva pitch, want to subscribe to that particular model. And will Priyanka Gandhi's game plan work, even though the Congress, at least right now, going by their showing in 2017 in UP, has very, very little skin in the game? Let's take the question to our panelists this evening. I have with me Ashutosh Verma, Samajwadi Party spokesperson. I have Sanju Verma, BJP national spokesperson. I have Pawan Khera, Congress spokesperson. Yashwant Deshmukh, psephologist. Mr. Khera, if I may begin with you. Priyanka Gandhi today said that the BJP is following the cue of the Congress, of what Congress did in UP. But Mr. Khera, would I be wrong if I say that the BJP from 2014 acknowledged that women were a vote bank, a constituency, whether, being offered toilets being made under Swachh Bharat for women, cylinders being offered, they understood the potential of that vote?
Preeti, it's a theoretical understanding of the potential. I wouldn't like to use the vote bank, but that's the way BJP thinks, is one thing. But on the ground, what they do is completely different. I don't think the country will ever forget how ministers in the erstwhile J&K cabinet, BJP ministers, came out on the road in defense, in support of rapists. Nobody will forget how the BJP responded to Kuldeep Sengar and to the Badaun rape case and Hathras. The way they treated women as when they're in power. How do you treat women? How do you address crime against women? Crime happens. Unfortunately, it happens. The way our society is, we haven't been able to control crime against women. But the difference lies in how you address, how you respond to crime. The only government, and I'm ashamed of this government, the Modi government, which came out in favor of rapists, this will go down in the history of our country as the darkest period in terms of gender security. So what the Prime Minister says is one thing. What his foot soldiers do is completely different. And if I was from the Modi school of thought, I would have jumped up and said, thank you, Priyanka ji. Because it is a fact that Priyanka Gandhi has brought in a new narrative. 2019 manifesto of the BJP, 33% reservation for women was promised. They have 303 seats. What stops them? If they're so committed towards strengthening, empowering women or giving them equal opportunities. I mean, we don't need to empower women. They are empowered. We just need to get out of the way as men. Why don't we do it? You have 303 seats. Where is your commitment to 33% reservation?
Okay.
Why do you promise that?
Preeti,
So, I'll come to,
let them.
Ms. Verma, I'll come to you. Let him finish. Let me finish. I have another question for him. I'll bring you in. And I promise I'll give you equal time. Let's start the debate with that. Mr. Pawan Khera, make your point.
must thank, without of course resorting to the Modi, the cheap Modi school of thought or Modi nursery of thought. I would call it a school of thought. But I must thank Priyanka Gandhi for bringing the new politics in Uttar Pradesh.
All right.
Beyond caste, beyond religion.
Mr. Khera, you talk about putting your money where the mouth is. There are two questions. One is getting quite repetitive because, you talk about the BJP could have offered seats. They had 303. You could have offered the same in Punjab where you have skin in the game. Here you are a fringe player, at least perception-wise, where UP is concerned. But that's, I'll get to that question later. The question I want to ask you, Mr. Khera, is when you talk about a duality on what you say and what you project, where was the Congress standing today when the bill on the child marriage bill was tabled in Parliament? Mr. Gogoi got up and opposed the bill today of not raising the bar to 21 where women were concerned. Why? Why did your party oppose the bill?
Sorry, ma'am, this is not a binary. These issues need comprehensive discussions, a comprehensive consultation process. This is not how you legislate. It's an important piece of legislation which needs to be really delved into, and widespread consultations are required. What is this business, legislative business? You come, bring a law, bring a bill and pass. Look at the way they had to go back on the farm laws. Now, this is not the right approach towards introducing a new law. Please have consultations. Is that too much to ask? I'm sorry if this is the way democracy will function in this country. Look at the way they are rushing through the Aadhaar, the linking of Aadhaar to the election icons. So this is not the way. I'm sorry. If we demand discussions, if we demand consultations, I don't think we are wrong.
All right,
we are strengthening democracy by demanding it.
Mr. Khera, now I'm going to cut across to your BJP co-panelist, and I would hope you'd accord her the same decency that she has accorded you till now. All right.
As much as she tried to.
Yes.
I promise.
All right. Please don't embarrass me by making me put each of your faders down. It's deeply embarrassing for a moderator. Don't put me in that position, either of you.
Well, I appreciate that, but please make sure that she also doesn't interrupt me when I speak.
Yes, sir. Ms. Verma, the fact is, whether you like it or not, whatever the history of the Prime Minister has been, and yes, there have been a lot of SOPs that has been offered where women were concerned right from 2014. But when you come to 2022 Uttar Pradesh election, it was the Congress which first announced giving 40%. And that, whether one admits it or not, is historic. It's unprecedented. 40% seats reserved for women.
Okay, Preeti, first and foremost, thank you for setting the agenda of the debate and saying I'll get equal time. Much appreciated. I'll come straight to your question. Preeti, first and foremost, let us understand that when Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke of Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, this was not just a slogan or a homily or a platitude. For the first time in the longest time in post-independent India, the overall sex ratio at birth is 1,020 females for every 1,000 males, which I think is an excellent thing, which has gone largely underreported. Point number two, yes, Priyanka Vadra pronouncing with a lot of fanfare that she will give 40% seats to women in UP. That is welcome. As a woman, I welcome that. But equally, Preeti, I believe that you need to walk the talk. Proof of the pudding is in the eating. I just want to ask one thing. In the Congress Working Committee, out of 20 members, there are just 3 women, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, Sonia Gandhi and Ambika Soni, which means that only 15% of the CWC is made up of women. You cannot empower women in your highest decision-making body within the Congress, and you go and give bhashan to the Uttar Pradesh electorate that you will give 40% tickets to women. That is the height of hypocrisy. Now, the more important point, let us get away from negativity. Let us come to the more moot point about what Prime Minister Modi and Yogi have done, because we are fighting the Uttar Pradesh elections on the premise of double-engine Sarkar. You have to understand, and I saw your channel earlier in the evening quoting these numbers, but for the benefit of your audience, today we have more than 44 crore Jan Dhan accounts. More than 55% of these belong to women, which means 24 crore Jan Dhan bank accounts in the last 7 years have come up for women alone. Today, more than 30 crore people have got the benefits of Mudra Loan Yojana, under which 15.97 lakh crore has been sanctioned beneficiaries are women. Do you know something, Preeti? I saw a report on this a couple of months back on your channel, that many girls were scared to go and enroll themselves in schools at Amethi prior to 2019 because there were no toilets. They were scared to go to the hinterland to answer nature's call. Today I can say things have changed. We are not denying basic education to the girl child in Amethi purely for want of toilets. The Modi government has built more than 11.5 crore toilets in the last 7 years. Talking of Prayagraj today, you look at the fact that he said we will be depositing 1,000 crores into the bank accounts of more than 16 lakh women beneficiaries. The fact is, in the last few years, 70 lakh self-help groups have benefited to the tune of more than 3,000 crore. Do you know that women in self-help groups are being given unsecured loans to the tune of 20 lakh each? So the Modi government believes in walking the talk. We are not here to say Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, but do precious little. I'll just end by saying one thing. My esteemed panelist from the Congress spoke about rape numbers. I just want to tell him today, the lowest conviction rate of rapes is in Rajasthan and the highest conviction rate is in Uttar Pradesh. Last year, Rajasthan reported the highest rapes in the country, more than 6,000 rapes. Your Priyanka Vadra says, लड़की हूँ, लड़ सकती हूँ. मुझे बस एक बात बताइए, लड़की हूँ, लड़ सकती हूँ, हाथरस जा सकती हूँ, पर जब राजस्थान में जयपुर में एक 11 साल की बच्ची के साथ ऑटो रिक्शा के अंदर बलात्कार होता है, मैं नहीं जाऊंगी. महाराष्ट्र में जब 400 लोग एक लड़की का बलात्कार करते हैं, मैं लड़की हूँ, पर महाराष्ट्र नहीं जाऊंगी. मैं लड़की हूँ, पर छत्तीसगढ़ के बलात्कारों पर मुंह चुप रखूंगी. This kind of hypocrisy needs to be called out.
Okay. Sanju Verma, I'm going to bring in Ashutosh Verma as well, Samajwadi Party spokesperson. But while I do that, sir, I'll come back to you. I know you want to rebuttal. I'll come back to you. Let's not make it, a dissing contest. Let me cut across. Sir, I'll come back to you. Let me go full circle. I'll come back to you. Let me introduce our other panelists in there, and you can answer it. Can we just all calm down? While I go across to Ashutosh Verma, I do want to go. Sanju Verma was quoting certain figures as well. But where the crime rate of Uttar Pradesh, current NCRB data is concerned, it's over Rajasthan, Sanju Verma, where it stands at 14% of the country. We'll talk about it when I come to you. We will talk about it when I come to you. We're giving out those figures right there. It is from the NCRB data. Having said that, I want to bring in Ashutosh Verma, Samajwadi Party spokesperson. Ashutosh Verma, would you reckon that women's security has been the weakest link where your government in the past has been concerned? Even when we talk about raising the age to 21, the abysmal sexist, misogynist statements that are coming from your MPs in Parliament is bizarre, to say the least.
No, I think it's over targeting Samajwadi Party, because I don't find that what's the present situation of Uttar Pradesh is. Even you have told that after Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh leads among the case of rape, and not only rapes. NCRB also says that about 10 Dalit women are raped per day in India, and one rape happens every 16 minutes in India, and UP top that list. So there's nothing changed if you claim about the Samajwadi Party in the previous government. I am very shocking that after the incident of Hathras, where this girl has been burned at the 2 a.m. midnight, any person from the Bharatiya Janata Party can claim that they are doing something for women's safety. Today only, the MLA of Bharatiya Janata Party, the now rape victim, what is his name, he has been released for the charges of the accident. Today only he has been made free. After Hathras, you have seen about Balrampur, what about the Balia, what about Ajamgarh. Every day the newspaper of Uttar Pradesh, either in the national or the regional, are full of all these crimes against the women. And how can they claim about this? Actually, the problem is the 2022 election is going on, and now Modi ji knows that these 6.6 crore voters are basically the prime targets. And what happened today? The women across the state has been picked out from the block level by different type of travel agencies and Uttar Pradesh UP tourism buses. They have been forcefully brought out to the rallies to fulfill all these needs. And this is ridiculous.
Mr. Verma, I'll ask you again.
Chief Election
I'll ask you again.
Commission,
I want to ask you one quick question. Where does the Samajwadi Party stand on raising the age of women to 21? That bill was introduced in Parliament today. What's your stand?
No, I think there is no issue about that, but we have to have a proper discussion. Look, Preeti, this has to be made very clear. When opposition demands for a discussion, it doesn't mean that they are opposing. You know, about 359 among the 349 bill, 310 bill has been passed by vote wise, and this is totally mockery of democracy in this country. Then what is the need of joint parliament committee?
Okay. All right. Can I bring in
Yashwant?
All right. Okay. I want to quickly bring in Yashwant Deshmukh, and then I'm going to go back to Pawan Khera, and he can come in with a rebuttal. I just didn't want to make it into a shouting contest. But Yashwant Deshmukh, the importance of the women vote, is not wasted on any political party, especially with the elections that have gone down. The most recent one, West Bengal.
Absolutely, and it's going up, by the way. I mean, because in the first 60 years of Indian democracy, I think the turnout factor mattered the most, because the female turnout was almost 10 points less than the male turnout. In the last 10 odd years, not only the female turnout has become equal to the male turnout, but many times it is surpassing the male turnout. And we can see that the impact of that thing, because the more we are talking about the female issues, female as a vote bank, or female as the voter, I think it's good, because of a simple fact that males are known to vote on the caste and religion lines, and females are known to vote more for the governance, for the things which matter most in their day-to-day life, and that matters a lot, because you are thinking about creating a vote bank which cuts across the caste line, cuts across the religious line, and talks about the real issues on the ground, not about the caste equation, not about the religious polarization. So that is a very, very critical thing to happen. And I actually kind of agree on many things which are being said by all three of the panelists. There are plenty of the things which we agree on. I mean, everybody should welcome Priyanka Gandhi offering 40% seat to female candidate. I wish every party follows that. I think there is a very important factor of law and order situation and the female vote as far as UP is concerned. BJP has been targeting them along with the social welfare scheme that they have worked. But there is one more important aspect to where probably more than the law and order thing, what has worked in favor of the females more is basically the toilets, because very few people understand the fact that majority of the sexual crimes against rural females happen when they are going out in the field in the wee hours in the morning or late hours in the evening, and having toilets at home has certainly logically and certainly has brought down big number of sexual crime against the female across India, the construction of the toilets. So I think that is an important aspect, more than the encounters of the mafia and more than the other much talked about policies on the law and order front, because we generally are likely to hear more stories on the law and order about the mafia encounters than the law and order situation directly correlated with the construction of the toilets. That is an important aspect to understand. Having said that, I think female voters are going to become more and more critical, and it's good for the country for a simple reason that their priorities are so different from the males. Their priorities are right on target, right on the money, about the governance, about delivery of the schemes, about the way politicians behave in their public life. And I wish these things continue. I mean, political discussions and debates aside, I just wish that female remain and become more center point of the political discussion.
Well, I'm going to, totally with you as a woman there. Mr. Deshmukh would understand. His team goes out there, conducts surveys. So when he did give you the pointers, viewers, in terms of what was most important to women, it was right there. I want to cut across to Pawan Khera back. Pawan Khera, you wanted to respond to certain questions posed by Sanju Verma. I'd also like to ask you what we began with. Something which was raised by Ms. Verma as well. CWC, only 3 members. 2 of them are Gandhis, permanent board members is what I'm talking about. And also tokenism, tokenism 40% in UP, more skin in the game in Punjab. You could have done the same?
Ma'am, I wish he Googles it better than she Googles it. I don't know why is it so difficult to Google the names on CWC. Meera Kumar, she skipped out.
Please.
Ma'am, those are invitees.
Rajni Patil, she skipped out. So
Those are
I can
invitees.
understand her,
It's just an invitee.
I think
Meera
she's
Kumar-
Okay, let's go one by one.
She's not
Madam, can I
a
just get
technologically
Pawan
challenged. I don't blame
Khera?
her for that.
Can I just get
Maybe
Pawan
she
Khera?
can't
Can I?
understand how to
All right,
Google.
can I just get Pawan Khera? I'm going to ask my PCR to put the faders down, something which I hate doing, but there you go, Mr. Pawan Khera, go ahead.
So I don't know if there are free tutorials available on how to Google. If there are, I would like Sanju Verma to go and take those tutorials because she missed out on the names of Rajni Patil, of Meera Kumar. So I wouldn't like to engage into a discussion with the other person not even having information. So forget
But Mr.
that.
Khera, I'd like to say they are invitees. They are not they're not members. It's a 20-member
Meera
group.
Kumar
You and I
is-
both know it.
Meera Kumar is.
No, sir. She's a special invitee.
If you want, I'll send you a
permanent
list.
invitee.
Anyway,
Right.
forget that. Let's not get down to who is. But I know for a fact that Meera Kumar is a permanent invitee. So, I mean, she is a member of the CWC. So, if Sanju Verma can't Google, I can't help that. The fact of the matter is, for Sanju Verma and BJP spokespersons to say, अरे प्रियंका गांधी और राहुल गांधी महाराष्ट्र क्यों नहीं गए, वहां रेप हुआ था, राजस्थान क्यों नहीं गए, रेप हुआ था, क्या अशोक गहलोत रेपिस्ट के साथ खड़े हुए थे जैसे आपके मंत्री खड़े होते हैं, या महाराष्ट्र का कोई मंत्री या मुख्यमंत्री रेपिस्ट के साथ खड़ा था जैसे आपके लोग खड़े होते हैं? अगर वो होते तो प्रियंका गांधी भी जाती, राहुल गांधी भी जाते। इसलिए आइंदा बोलने से पहले सोचिए और मेरे इस बात का जवाब दीजिए, प्रधानमंत्री क्यों नहीं जाते? जहां रेप होता है वहां गए कभी? अरे कम से कम राहुल प्रियंका कहीं तो जाते हैं, आप तो कहीं नहीं जाते और फिर मुंह उठाकर आते हैं और कहते हैं साहब वो क्यों नहीं जा रहे? हर जगह राहुल प्रियंका जाएंगे तो आप लोग क्या करेंगे? आप क्यों राजनीति में आए हैं? सिर्फ इलेक्शन जीत के हाथ घुमाने और दिन में 4-4 बार कपड़े बदलने आए हैं प्रधानमंत्री जी? तो इसलिए बोलने से पहले सोचा कीजिए। आप now, Preeti, you were asking me about Punjab. Now, if Priyanka Gandhi has shown the way from UP, believe you me, all of us in every state will try our best to follow that. Some beginning has to be made somewhere. I am glad my party, my leader, has made that beginning in Uttar Pradesh. Of course, we'll all follow that. It was a Congress-ruled state which brought 50%
I will come to you, Ms.
reservation
Verma.
in
Will you
local
have some
bodies.
patience for Christ's sake? Have some patience. I'm coming to you.
Don't lecture me on patience. He's been making personal comments. You did not rein him in even once. So stop
Madam, I
lecturing me
will
on
send you a
decorum.
recording of this. I will send you a recording of this broadcast. Can I just get Pawan Khera to finish and then I'll cut across to Sanju Verma. Either wait your turn, ma'am, or start moderating debates on your own. Go ahead, Mr. Verma, make your point.
Preeti, Pawan Khera.
Mr.
not
Khera,
Pawan
sorry,
Verma.
sir. My bad. Go ahead.
Preeti, it was a Congress-ruled state which first brought in 50% reservation for women in local bodies. It was Sheila Dikshit's government in Delhi which first incentivized registration of property for women. They got X percentage of discount in registration fee and so on and so forth. So Congress has been at the forefront of pioneering initiatives for different groups. In this case, we are discussing women. So I don't need a Sanju Verma to give me a lecture on अरे साहब आपकी CWC में RSS का कोई महिला बना है क्या? बताइए ना, मोहन भागवत से लेकर
Can I
पुराने
just cut
जितने
across?
8-9
Okay.
हुए
I
हैं,
want to cut across to
has
Sanju
there been
Verma.
a
Sanju
single
Verma,
woman
we talk about the CWC.
Chalak
There are
of
3 members
RSS.
which in the
Talking
board.
about-
There are 3
you're talking
members.
about my party.
Okay,
Show me
Mr. Khera
where
now.
is the
Mr.
Mahila
Khera
president of
now.
BJP?
Can I just
हमारे
get
यहाँ तो
Sanju
बहुत रही
Verma?
हैं, आप बताइए ना कौन है?
May I just get Sanju
That's
Verma? Sanju
BJP.
Verma, you talk about the CWC.
इसका कोई महिला रहा है?
Can
क्या
I just
बताइए
get
आप
Sanju
सरपंच
Verma?
चालक?
Can
आ
I
जाइए,
ask?
हमसे बात
Can we
करने।
just get Sanju Verma? Sanju Verma, you talk about the CWC. I'd also like to ask you, what about the women reservations bill? The Congress has said it over and over again that bring it on, introduce it in Parliament. We'll stand by you. What's stopping the government from doing so?
You know, Preeti, I want to first make it very clear. I'm appalled that this debate is about women. And here the Congress spokesperson has been indulging in personal attacks, saying Sanju Verma ko Google search karna nahi aata, ye nahi aata, wo nahi aata, Pradhanmantri kapde badalte hain. You know, when will the Congress understand that under the aegis of Rahul Gandhi, the party in the last 7 years has lost more than 45 big and small elections? When will the Congress understand that it is not a player in Uttar Pradesh anymore? In UP 2017, the Congress vote share, Preeti, was only 6.25%. There were by-elections in 7 constituencies in November 2020. BJP won 6 out of those 7. seat. We won 69 out of the 75 seats with a strike rate of 92%. So the Congress is not in the Uttar Pradesh fight. पवन खेरा जैसे लोग आकर टीवी पर भाषण दे सकते हैं, प्रियंका वाड्रा हाथरस जाकर फोटो ऑप के लिए झाड़ू उठा सकती है, but the Uttar Pradesh जनता will vote in the BJP, and I'll just finish in 30 seconds and tell you why. The Jewar airport was conceived in 2000 and Rajnath Singh was the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. We laid the foundation stone in 2021 after 20 years. What was the Congress doing? What was the Samajwadi Party doing all these years?
Where is she gone?
Look at 1978 when the Saryu Canal was conceived. After 43 years, the Saryu Canal is today operational thanks to Narendra Modi.
कहाँ चली गई आप रोक क्यों नहीं रही?
I will come back to you, sir. I wanted you. Let her. It's her time. She can talk about whatever she wants to now. Let her do it. Go ahead. Make your point.
The biggest fertilizer plant in Gorakhpur was shut since 1990.
Okay.
It has been made operational in 2021 after 31 years. कांग्रेस के प्रवक्ता यहाँ पर आकर मोदी जी को गालियां दे सकते हैं। पहले चुनाव जीतना सीखो।
प्रीति,
राहुल गांधी को बोलो कि चुनाव जीते। प्रियंका वाड्रा।
Sanju Verma, it's not about Priyanka Vadra Gandhi. We're talking about the women vote.
On her own scheme.
Okay, madam, I had a stopwatch. I had given you exactly the same time I gave Mr. Khera. Exactly the same time. I'm cutting across to Pawan Khera and I'll come back to you. Pawan Khera, you have 20 seconds to make a rebuttal and I will go back to Ms. Verma after that. Go ahead, Mr. Khera.
Thank you. Preeti, I asked through you, Sanju Verma, about the National Executive Committee of the BJP. How many members does it have and how many women does it have? It's a challenge, and then you take out the percentage, then talk about my CWC. And I repeat my question because I think it got lost out in the din created by Sanju Verma. When was the last time BJP had a Mahila Adhyaksh? I can tell you about my party. When was the last time RSS had a Mahila Sarsanchalak? There was none. तो आप पहले तो ये तीन चीजों का मुझे जवाब दिलवा दीजिए, आपकी बड़ी कृपा होगी। नेशनल एग्जीक्यूटिव कमेटी मेंबर्स बीजेपी के कितने हैं, उसमें कितनी महिलाएं हैं? आई हैव द डेटा राइट हियर। आई डोंट नीड टू गूगल बिकॉज़ मेरे को रटा हुआ रहता है।
Calm down. Okay, can I now? You've raised 3 questions. I am going. Nobody can hear you, Ms. Verma. If 3 of us talk together. Okay, 20 seconds. Go ahead, Ms. Verma, and then I want to cut across to Yashwant Deshmukh. Go ahead.
Can you get me answers?
I am. You pose those questions. Go ahead, Ms. Verma.
I keep responding to every question asked by you and Sanju Verma.
Okay.
Now, I also request you to get me answers of these 3 questions. BJP की महिला अध्यक्ष कौन थी?
Can I just get Sanju Verma? Madam, please calm down. Please calm down. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm calm. I don't need to be told to be calm. Please raise.
Madam, I'm moderating this debate, and yes, please calm down.
Yes. So I'm also a panelist. I have the right to communicate with if you're the moderator. Thank you. Let me now tell very clearly that since independence, I think for the first time we have so many women in the cabinet. We have 11 women in the cabinet. Today in the CCS, you have Nirmala Sitharaman. When Sushma Swaraj was alive, she was also a part of the CCS. Aapki Sonia Gandhi is a permanent.
Can I just get Sanju Verma? Can I please only get Sanju Verma?
You don't believe in democracy. You don't believe in internal Congress elections. So
Sanju Verma, what's stopping the BJP? What's stopping the BJP from introducing the reservation bill in Parliament? What is stopping the BJP?
I want to ask you one thing. Preeti, just 20 seconds. This is about women.
Madam, take my question. What is stopping the BJP from introducing the women reservation bill in Parliament?
Okay, let me come in, Preeti, please. Let me come in. You know, just with respect to women were earlier not given permanent commission status in the army. That is happening now under the Modi government.
That happened by the Supreme Court.
No.
That has happened by the Supreme Court.
Okay, let me come
the Supreme Court intervened. It's happened under your watch, but by the Supreme Court.
Okay, let me now give you some more examples. Fine. If that is by the Supreme Court, tell me, why is it that no government for so many decades take the decision of banning instant triple talaq? You will give credit to the Supreme Court, but not to the BJP. Why did Congress not do it? It's such a draconian practice. Why was the Medical Termination Pregnancy Act not amended for so many years? We've raised the abortion limit to 20 weeks. Who spoke about the menstrual protocol from the ramparts of the Red Fort? Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
We said all of that. Let me
Who
go.
banned- who
Madam,
banned
you have
commercial
spoken 30
surrogacy?
seconds
Who
more
banned commercial surrogacy?
than
The
Mr.
Modi
Khera.
government.
Can I just
Why
get
did
Mr.
no
Khera for
government
20
ban
seconds again, Mr.
commercial
Khera?
surrogacy?
Can I just get faders down? Mr. Khera, come in, and I want to
Preeti.
cut across to Yashwant Deshmukh. I apologize to both our
Preeti.
other guests. Yes, go ahead. Mr. Khera, make
Preeti.
your point.
प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने लाल किले से कुछ बोल दिया, रामलीला में कुछ और बोल दिया. अरे प्राइम मिनिस्टर तो बोलते ही तो हैं सुबह से शाम तक. किया क्या? That's our question.
I will not-
Now my
Can I
three
just get
questions
Mr. Khera for
remain.
20 seconds?
I
Go ahead,
repeat
Mr. Khera.
my question. I repeat my question. Who was the last woman president of the BJP? How many women do you have in your national executive? Yeah, why is it so difficult to respond to these two questions? And the third question is RSS की महिला सरसंघ
Okay,
चालक
sir,
का
you're
नाम
repeating
बताइए कोई
yourself.
हुई हो
Okay,
तो.
you haven't
Why is
got
it
your
so
answers.
difficult?
You-
I ask you about this, you go to the cabinet. जवाब दीजिए ना.
Okay, can I just go to Ashutosh
अध्यक्ष
Verma
हैं
from the
सोनिया
Samajwadi
गांधी,
Party?
पहले इंदिरा जी भी रही हुई
Sir,
हैं.
Ashutosh
Sucheta Kriplani was the chief
I want to
minister
bring
of
you
Uttar
back.
Pradesh.
I apologize for not giving you enough time, and thank you for the patience, both Mr. Deshmukh and Mr. Verma. Mr. Verma, what is it that the Samajwadi Party is going to bring to the table, where women are concerned?
No, look, Preeti, Samajwadi Party has already done a lot about the women empowerment. If you go about the 2012 and 2017 regime of Samajwadi Party, we have a very fantastic scheme of 1090, which has been praised across the country and also by the National Women Committee across the board also. Then we have all Kishori Jan Shakti Yojana, to whom the Pradhan Mantri ji is talking about. We have Kanya Vidya Dan Yojana. We have also reserved 50% seats for all the young entrepreneur women who want to do job in the IT city in the state. We have a Rani Lakshmi Bai Yojana, जिसमें हम लोग we create a funds for all the young women. So there's a lot of thing going on. I just want to ask about what, just to give, look the name of women wing of RSS. It's a very, very particular thing. Its name is Rashtriya Sevika Samiti. By name, it always reflects what the ideology about, what
Okay.
the thinking about.
All right. I don't-
RSS
okay, I wanna-
is.
okay.
Rashtriya Sevika Samiti.
Sir, I
Not
wanna-
about
I-
some.
Okay, I'm running out of time. I want to bring in Mr. Deshmukh for one final time. Yashwant Deshmukh. Sir, I apologize. I am running terribly out of time. Mr. Deshmukh, if you can encapsulate, because each of the party going to UP has multiple yojanas, multiple schemes to offer to the women. Are the women going to get smarter right now?
Women are always, they are not going to, they were always smarter than men. And they have always voted on the real issues, the issues that matter them the most. And between so much of noise, actually, between, particularly on the issue of female safety and issues related to female, I wonder when the political parties of India, if not anything else, at least come to the common ground as far as the females are concerned. To start with, can there be at least a common ground of having a zero tolerance policy towards leaders who are accused of heinous crimes like rapes and murders? We know, I mean, I'm not going to take names, but if I say that there are a number of politicians, who are being given tickets, who are being imported and exported from one party to the other party, and who have been accused of rapes.
Okay.
And is there at least a sensitivity on that? Can there be at least a zero tolerance policy among all the political parties that, okay, this much and no more, and at least we will not invite or we will not give ticket to such people, and at least start somewhere. The real issues are those, where we develop. And if they will not do it, women of this country are going to make sure that they force them to do it at some point of time.
I'd like to just end
and
with
I'm saying that in as many plain terms as
well. I'd just like to end with that, and I hope women do so. With that, appreciate all our panelists for joining us. We're going to take a quick break. Our debate has terribly ran over time. We're going to come right back with the latest on Omicron. Stay with me.